Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you happen to be watching this. Risco in Tokyo coming at you with some more Binding Isaac. Rep, baby! Rep, baby! I'm just gonna bask in the infinitude of our infiniteness. Because we're... Kronos! Osu! How you doing? Coming right at you! Quill, you gotta watch out. Wild squirrels coming right at you. We got our our triple shot dead god sorted, and isn't that just nice? Isn't that just pretty? It's so pretty. I love it. But enough looking at the infinitude. Wielding a classic roguelike. I am indeed. I will wield this thing. I think we're going to start off just nice and easy with the cane run, because cane's never that hard. I got to take a sip of this coffee. I don't actually work tomorrow, which doesn't... Wait, I really don't work tomorrow. Okay, yes. Which doesn't necessarily mean that we're doing a 4-hour stream tonight, just that I don't have to worry about working. Nice soothing cane run. Indeed. Indeed, my friends. I hope that you are all doing very, very well tonight. I hope that nothing is overly stressing you out. The overlay is actually kind of throwing off my game a little bit. Because I'm used to, like, having the full screen, so my eyes are shifting to the wrong darn spot. It's weird and disorienting, and I kind of love that. That I'm so used to Isaac. Oh my god. Tech 0.5? I love you. I'm so used to Isaac that even like a small change like screen real estate throws me off my game. Life is life over here. Got no major complaints. I mean, I've got complaints, I always do, but nothing too serious at the moment, just kind of your usual BS. And that's fine. We can work with that. Today was another busy day at work, which is kind of nice because it meant like the day just was over and done with quick. And I could always use over and done with quick. And the sound effects are so freaking loud that I can't adjust my headphones, and that makes me sad. Well, I mean, sad is overly speaking it. Quill says it's okay, I got the ears done, and the euphoria turned me into an airhead. Forgot to sign in at work twice. Luckily, the manager was understanding. I kind of love that, though. I mean, that's such a nice feel. I am glad that you're riding the wave of euphoria, and I hope that it continues for the near future. Well, I mean, I hope that it just generally continues, but at the very least for the near future. Oh, fudge. These little Bernie boys, they're Bernie bros. I had a fun couple of days, but I should make sure I'm getting paid. I mean, that's, you know, that's fair. You wanna get the monies. The monies are unfortunately rather important in this world. This benighted world of ours. I mean, I could use a little bit more benighting, to be honest. It's pretty rockin'. The family still doesn't know about it. Everyone left in between getting it sorted. That's... Is that weird? I mean, I'm honestly not sure, because your family dynamic does seem to be kind of like a lot, but... Like, when you say left, do you mean like left the country? It's been bliss to enjoy having it done while they're gone and can't spoil anything. I mean, I love that for you. That makes me very happy to hear. But I'm kind of like, gone where? Is it just that your schedules don't mesh? And so they're at work when you're home kind of thing? Or did they go on vacation and leave you? Which honestly sounds like it would be better off. Like when you're 16 and your folks like leave the house, and then it's just you're doing risky business. But without Tom Cruise, because that would be gross. I wouldn't invite Tom Cruise to my house party. My dad's working a few hours away for the next week. Mum's visiting another state, and my sister was here, but went home while I was at work. Floppable! It is wonderful to see you. I hope you're doing very well tonight. Hope life is not giving you any stress. None at all. No stress. No stress for Flopple. No stress for any of y'all. Well, so you've got like the whole house to yourself, Quill? And that sounds delightful. I'm okay. Fucking tired, though. Been looking after my niece. That... depending on how old and how cool your niece is, that could be like a lot. Ate too much udon and ice cream. I mean, it sounds like a wonderful kind of pain, though. Remembered your advice about eating sugar before piercing. Got my favorite lollies. I don't know if I've ever had a favorite lolly. I'm gonna have to think about this. I don't know why I bought the candle. Like, we don't need it, though, is the thing. I guess, I mean, ring pops are pretty good. Do they make cinnamon-flavored lollies? Why does that sound so weird to me? Papa says my piercing ritual is to get Krispy Kreme just before getting one done when I was in high school. Krispy Kreme is like, it's so much. It's a US thing too. The cinnamon lollies? That's so wild. I don't know why. It just, cinnamon and lollies doesn't seem like a thing. I mean, obviously it is, or you wouldn't be saying it. Also, Chronos, that's like weirdly vague. I tried a certain challenge. What does that even mean? Oh, just candies in general. Okay. Like, I thought you meant actual straight-up lollipops. And I was confused. Oh, is this an XL floor? Like, fuck all this noise. Hive! Yo! How you doing? I hope the life is treating you very well. And jelly beans! Oh my god. Like, everybody's coming in. I'm loving it. Like unto McDonald's. This run is so popped off, it is just sick. And I am okay with that. I'm so okay with that, I'm skipping the second item room. Because, like, we don't even need it. I will take your dog food. Floppable, why are you saying hell yeah to yourself? That's so weird. A challenge details above if you're interested. I am interested, so I'm going to check that out. Give me 1 second, I'll pause this. Oh, it's Twitch replies. Gotcha. Cronus says, I try to run where I avoid every item that doesn't start with a vowel? What is this, like a Pat Sajak fucking challenge? What does that even mean? Why would you do that? I mean, you can pick up ukuleles, so there's that. And that's cool. But Hoopoe feathers and wax quills are right out. Oh, wax quails. I was gonna say, because we've got like a quill right here, but I don't think there's any wax involved. Quill, do you have wax? Do you have wax stacks? Oh, the thing that you missed was Quill telling us about piercings and that they went fabulously. I'm not into wax, but I can find you people who are. What wax are we talking about? Like, is this the wax of vinyl? Or is this the wax of, like, dripping hot wax? Places where you probably ought not be dripping it? The hot wax kind. Okay. I mean, if that's what floats your boat, if that's what... I was thinking metaphors and none of them were very good. None of them were very metaphorical. God, why is the volume so loud? Okay, I gotta turn this down, even if it means I'll lose it completely, because this is like way too loud. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Okay, that's like much more manageable. Wait, is the volume like super loud where y'all are? Just as a check? Celebratory being good to myself? PS5 purchase. Fine for you, and Flopple says a little bit loud. Let's see if I can do anything about that. Unfortunately, the volume settings in Isaac are not like super granular, so... I can get the sound effects down a little bit, but I don't think I can get the volume down. So, I mean, I can... If I turn the volume down, there won't be... give me a second, brain meets work. If I turn the music down any, then we lose the music completely. Sackboy on Steam is like $70 over here. I wouldn't pay more than maybe $25. I think $25 would be about as much as I would pay for it. I did actually, like, I looked at it because I wanted to self-torture, apparently. And I looked at it on Bookoff's website. And on their website, it was 3,000 yen. And I was like, 3,000 yen is kind of a lot, but... you know, that's not too bad. And then I went to the shop, and it was 6,500 yen? And I was like, excuse me, there seems to be an error here. And they're like, oh no, that's just the price for the website. If you buy it off the website, it's that price, but in the shop, it's this price. I was like, that is silly as fuck, and I want no part of it. Skyrim was added to Epic Games at full release price. What the fuck? But why? But actually why? That doesn't make any sense at all. You could buy 5 capos? 5 capos? What the fuck? Disco, can you words? I cannot words. You can buy 5 copies of Neko Navy, not on sale, with $70. I mean, but I only need the one, is the thing. Wait, we're in Necropolis 2, and we're only 10 minutes in. That is, hilarious. Who isn't excited to pay $80 for a fresh copy of the Cockroach of video games? I mean, me. I'm not even interested in buying it once. Oh my god, we are just completely destroying this run. I will take Little Horn because it's fabulous, and I love it. And I want nothing here because it's all trash. Curse you, Isaac. Yeah, my partner telling me they were proud of me this morning when they remembered actually made me tear up like nothing else. Oh, that's floppable, but replying to... It says replying to Floppable, and I don't... Twitch replies, get your shit in gear. Because you're just confusing me. Hodge has just called the Epic Games Edition, and you too can pay full retail price for games scored by a man who took inspiration for his music composition from the memories he has of the... What? Hive? What? Excuse me? The actual fuck? That's... I kinda hate every word of that sentence. Is he actually on record saying that? I watered it down by avoiding mentioning the type of abuse that... Yeah. Well, howdy! That's somebody who deserves a brick. Too long didn't read. I mentioned today's mark 2 years since I made that first doctor's appointment, started transitioning, stopped drinking to save money, and got a PS5 because I was Def's totally frugal. You deserve that PS5, goddammit. And we're proud of ya. Not for the PS5. I mean, if you want us to be proud about the PS5, I guess we could pretend. But we're proud about the doctor's appointment and the quitting drinking. That's pretty fucking awesome. Jeremy's soul's and utter shit. Well, he sounds like trash. I had no idea who this person was before today, and I'm pretty okay with going with trash. They sound like trash. Well, he sounds like trash. I'm gonna guess it's a he. Bumbo, don't take my coins. You ass. Oh, God bless it. Bumbo, you're a douche. You have no fiduciary sense. Flopple says I actually got a pre-order in the first minute it was live. I checked the eBay Games site over my morning coffee, saw a countdown timer, and just went, fuck it, I'm doing this. Wait, like, EB as an electronics boutique? Like, do they still fucking exist? Oh my god! Childhood? They're not like the oldest, Why am I going so low? Bisco, what the fuck are you doing? This is just asking for trouble. EB Games in Australia mostly sells Nerd Tat and Funko Pops. I'm trying to give my money to Bumbo because I'm not paying attention. Oh my god. Please stop me. Oh shit, no! Oh, double no! God damn it. Fine, we got dog food. Also explains the celebratory, being good to myself, PS5 comment I made. Wait, but... What? Wait, I thought Floppable's PS5 was a celebration. And now you're also celebrating with the PS5? Because you went to the doctor and quit drinking? I am so fucking confused. And that's fine. Whatever. I exist in confusion. That's okay. I'm okay with that. They spun that function off into Zing. I don't even want to know what Zing is. I need less clarity in my life, honestly. That's what we're gonna go with. Just less clarity. Par for the course on a stream with 3 simultaneous conversations. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Zing sells pop culture stuff, but they do occasionally have model kits in some stores. Is Zing like the Spencer's Gifts of Australia? Which as the words came out of my mouth, I realized was probably one of the most absurd things I could have said if I wanted to get an answer that had any kind of sense. Because what would Spencer's Gifts at all mean to y'all? Nothing. Nothing. We did all that bullshit and we still came in under 20 minutes. Zing is what I like in my spicy chicken burgers from KFC. Zing sounds like white people marketing for spices, and I hate that. Who is Spencer and why is he giving gifts? Spencer's Gifts was a common mall shop in the US that was kind of like Hot Topic before Hot Topic, but less goth and more frat boy. If that makes any sense. I've heard of Spencer's Gifts. Like, it's not great. But, like, if you were a frat guy looking to decorate a dorm room, Spencer's Gifts would have had you covered. Birthday cards of questionable taste. Movie posters also of questionable taste. Joke books of questionable taste. Lots of beer gags, yes. Lady posters, yes. And underpants shtick. Jelly Beans has got it all. Alice! How you doing, yo? I hope you're well tonight. I hope life is treating you with all the kindness that you deserve. And if it's not, I'll punch it. I'll conceptually punch life. KFC Zing is when you use black and white pepper. Damn. Quill, you're really... They're really, like, stretching over there. Also, I don't like KFC because the staff are shit at the local one, so fuck those guys. I mean, that's fair. I don't like KFC because it's just kind of trash food. And Japanese KFC fucks up the one thing that KFC does right, which is the fucking muffins. Well, I mean, they're not muffins, they're biscuits, but Japanese KFC biscuits are trash. Just like the rest of KFC. I get my chicken from Jollibee anyways. I have never been to a Jollibee, and I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, fine, I guess. Fine. I feel distinctly fine about that. Neither good nor bad. Does Japan have Jollibee? I've never seen it, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Ha! They tried to trick me into wasting a bomb. The goofs? God damn it, I want fried chicken now. Do you really, though? Would your life be measurably improved by the introduction of fried chicken right now? Maybe Jollibee's is for some reason one of the... Wait, hold on a second. Maybe. Jollibee's for some reason is in one of the most recent Gundam movies. Okay. Then I would imagine that it does exist in Japan as well. I can't imagine that they would just, like, toss a foreign chain into Gundam for no reason. I could go for some Korean fried chicken. I don't know that I've ever had specifically for Korean fried chicken. Fun fact, one of the Gundam anime has a fight that takes place in the city I'm currently living in. That's wacky. I like that. Korean fried chicken is good. Okay. I'm more than willing to take your word on this. I have no reason to believe that you would be yanking my chain over such a thing. Angolan and Mozambique fried chicken is the stuff of gods. I feel like I've been deprived of all of these fried chicken options. My podunk hometown had a Korean fried chicken place for like 6 months. Was it too spicy for your hometown? Like, the locals couldn't handle it? I will fight Hush. That's how wild I'm feeling tonight. Why am I feeling like manic is not the right word for it, because that's actually a condition. And I do not believe that I have any need to claim bipolar as a condition. I don't think that's the case with me, but I do feel manic? Adjacent? Definitely far more Genki than I generally am, or am comfortable with. So, there's that. Quill says, my hometown was dying, so we'd get a new restaurant, and every few months then another one. And another one would die. Real, there's a highway down the road kind of place? Oh, that sucks. I hate to hear that. $43 coins. Let's just donate. Could you? Thank you. Or you can get fried chicken with a bunch of powdered cheese on it, and that is good too. Powdered cheese, like the stuff that comes with Kraft macaroni and cheese. I've never had that straight. I don't think I have. I mean, I've done enough weird things on drugs that I quite possibly could have. But at the same time, I kind of feel like I wouldn't have wasted the powder. Hush, I don't even know what you think you're doing. Like, you got no fucking chance here, okay? You just go home. There's a certain area near my old place that seems to change every few months. First there's a Tim Hortons, then a chicken place. Last I checked, it sold Indian cuisine. You gotta check if, well, I mean, within the realm of safety, you should check if that Indian cuisine is any good, like, because it'll disappear in another month or so. The patch of land is probably cursed. You should check the Old Town records to see if there were any, like, brutal multiple murders on that spot. And if so, you should definitely eat at that place as much as humanly possible. Because something magical will probably happen. Maybe not the good kind of magic, but, like, magical nonetheless. And really, isn't any kind of magic the good kind of magic? Why do I keep producing coins? Like, that's weird. I don't have anything... No, seriously, like, why the fuck do I keep producing coins? There is a graveyard across the road. I love that. We had a vegan place that made amazing vegan ramen, and it died and became an office. I fucking hate that. That's awful. Floppable, I agree with you. I cast aspersions and hatred on that statement. I mean, I guess I could buy the pill. Oh, for fuck's sakes, really? Also, like, why am I holding on to this Gusha card? This is never gonna fucking help me. Cool says, that's what I said, Isu, but people kept screaming about how I raised their relatives as skeletons. Wait, what? Oh, okay, sorry. It took me like a couple of seconds to figure out which statement you were agreeing with. Hirunda! It is lovely to see you, Hirunda. I hope you're very, very well tonight. Also, which statement in which reality hive? Because once again, we're living in real chaos hours, so... Join in on the confusion. Yes. Come along. You belong. Feel the fizz. The office one. I take long shots with the stream delay, and it's always stomach churning to see if they pay off. Stomach churning, though? I mean, that's a strong phrasing. Hidden says, went to the zoo with the family, did some LBP, and now I'm tuckered out. I kind of love that for you. That sounds like the good kind of tuckered out, not the shitty kind of tuckered out. Bumbo, eat your fill. Just eat it. Get sick off the money, Bumbo. Gorge yourself. Let your belly grow rotund. And then just spew it all out in items. I have also been doing LVP. That's what I was doing before I came in here, actually. I'm trying to make a haunted house, but it's kind of difficult because all of the things that signify haunted house, like in common parlance, I find comforting. And all of the things that signify haunted house to me would probably need CWs, and I don't think that's really appropriate for Little Bite-Sized Planet. So, you know, I'm kind of at a loggerheads. Hyde says, why is it that every now and then I wrote something that sounds like an old man wrote it? Channeling? Are you channeling? Because it could be channeling. Intentionally make a wholesome house and it'll translate into spooky somehow. I mean, that's like brushing up against a whole set of bad associations that I have, so you're not wrong. You're not wrong, which is probably why I'm not going to do it. But, it's a really good suggestion. Wow, this is all shit. We saw a lot of cheeky monkeys and red pandas. Hiduna, that sounds wonderful. Cool says it's very important that people laugh at my jokes, otherwise I might have a shaky understanding of people, and then I might go back to being disliked. Quill, that's a huge mood. Like, that's... I want to kind of sit... I want to sit with that for a second. Because I want to address that appropriately. Beyond just saying the fact that I, like, deeply understand how you feel. But I'll still like you even if I don't get one of your jokes. At the very least, I can say that much. I know it's probably not going to allay your concerns, because very little generally does. I mean, not specifically about your concerns, but just the similar concerns that I have that you're expressing. But at least I could say this much, and I said it. I've been thinking a lot about the social function of my behaviors. That's like, yeah. Oh, because we got, hold on, we got marked and I got confused. Is it also real unpacking hours for you in your life, Quill? Because I've been finding it's been real unpacking hours for me, and I kind of sort of hate it. My brain meats have been very much like, here's a dozen uncomfortable things that you probably didn't want to think about, so let's think about them, shall we? And it's like, no, could you actually fuck off? Because that'd be cool. Mood Hive? Why am I dancing around the room instead of just killing these fuckers? They're poop. For God's sakes. This is not that, like... This is not a difficult equation. We are more than powerful enough to just destroy everything? Who says... Growing up as an autistic trans girl meant I had to deal with being perceived wrong at every turn, and my family culture didn't help at all. I'm just gonna echo Floppable's statement, or maybe Floppable's echoing my heart. One or both of those things at the same time. Except for probably the autistic part. I don't think that's in my particular bag of tricks. At least as far as I know. Oh, for fuck's sakes. You were very fast. Why? You didn't have to be that fast. Could you? Thank you. I bought this candle and I hardly used the fucking thing. Which is funny because I found myself thinking of tape measures today, which is the exact same thing I said about tape measures. As much as I can appreciate that as an MB autistic immigrant, it's a big mood. Compounding dimensions of wrongness. I hate that they want to get us convinced that this is wrongness. I mean, I know what you mean and where you're coming from with that, but like, in this case, I do think it's the children who are wrong. In the meme sense of that statement, not the actual children. Quill says, once after my diagnosis and... Wait. Twitch ate the half that last comment. I kind of figured, because it started in the middle of a word. The children were wrong too. I mean, well, the children generally are wrong, but I wanted to kind of make specific the fact that this was talking more about general society and not just the children this time. Flopple says I got my diagnosis before I started school, which meant I was in special education programs my whole life, which is perpetual condensation. I know I've told the chat before, but I don't know if you were around when I mentioned this, Flopple, but they almost put me in special ed because I couldn't see anything, and they just assumed that I was not capable of learning how to read. And it just turned out that my eyes had gone really, really bad, really, really early. Led me to apologizing so much whenever I did so for the longest time. Now I'm dating someone who's like, info dumping is cute. But info dumping is cute. Give us all the info? I just got my diagnosis when I was already employed, so a lot of things were missed. If you would be comfortable sharing it, Kronos, please, by all means. Like, we're always open for folks sharing what they're comfortable with, if they're comfortable. Panda says, especially since my family were big on ABA-style parenting, would mock me at every chance after my diagnosis and lead me to be bullied and abused by my brother was the full comment. I'm actually at a loss for words. I am so pissed off. I need a time machine so that I could go back in time and adopt you. I think that you need, you know, a more nurturing home environment. Just fucking hate him, that's all. Yeah. Yeah, Flopwell. I mean, I think that's probably, that's an appropriate response. Chrono says the school told my mom that I may need special education. She was adamant that I was perfectly fine, so to make sure, they apparently had me take a certain test. I don't remember this. Turns out the test was... Hello, reading skills. Turns out my results were 4th grade level, to which my mom basically fired back saying, told you. Hive says I'm not, sadly. It seemed like a logical progression based on what you've said about your family, and I too do hate them. Yes. Yes. Quill says if I had a good home environment and could have transitioned sooner, then I'd be too powerful and the gods would feel threatened. I mean, they should feel threatened, for fuck's sakes. Fuck the gods. I mean, look at the shit they left us with. I'm saying that we should put together a band of brightly attired misfits, except for the one designated goth misfit, and we should get our shit together and go kill the gods. I mean, honestly, we'd probably wind up with a party of more than 4 or 5, depending on what game you're playing, so we'd have people on the back bench, and that would kind of suck, because, like, you always start the game and you think, like, well, I'm gonna cycle everybody for leveling up so that they're all the same level, so I'll be able to use them, like, at any given time in the appropriate situations, but then you get stuck, like, with those 4 characters that just kill everything, so you're like, well, I'll just use them. But then you've got the back bench, and there's all those characters in the back bench, and you're like, they just look at you. They just look at you all sad. Like, hey, I'm a snake girl. Could you fucking put me in the party, maybe? And I'm like, I'd love to, snake girl. But, you see, I've already got a party of 4. And, you know... Misfits and the one designated driver. Oh, hi, do you mean, old man Oron? 35-year-old man Oron? Gods? More like bads. Cole says, when I was a kid, I was unsupported at school and was at the bottom of the class. Parents called a private tutor, and I jumped to the top of the class in 2 months. Also, before I address that, Kronos, I think that's you. Wait, is the Epic Gamer moment about you, like, blowing that test out of the water? Because, like, you should be proud of that. And also, yeah, Quill, it's like, it's revolutionary and novel when we give a student the support that is tailored to their needs. Suddenly they do well. Who could have seen that coming? I'm sorry, but you don't have weakened skills. I've got weak skills. Friends, I'm heading to work. Keep being amazing, wonderful. Jelly Beans, have a wonderful day at work. Don't take no guff from nobody. Unless taking the guff would keep you safer than not. But I'd really rather that you didn't have to take the guff. Nobody should give you guff. I'm gonna take the guff card for today. And all the guff should be directed to me. I think that's how it works. I laugh at the guff. Well, okay. I mean, I trust you. You know what you're strong enough to laugh at. McGuff, the crime dog? I'm gonna take a short break, by the way, because I haven't had a break. We did do a run, And this is a good place to slot in a break and do a stretch. Get myself some water. Probably not any more coffee. I think I've had enough coffee for tonight. Cronus and Hive, you've got the whip hand or the whip hands because you've both got hands and multiple whips. And I will be back in just 5 minutes. All right, well, I'm back, but I'm still on a kind of break, so I'm having a cigarette. Um... What have I... Okay, Cool says, anyway, I've had a little breakthrough with dealing with my sense of inferiority, finally feeling ready to take control of my life. This is excellent news. We like to hear this. And I definitely underline and... underline and cosign what Hive has said. That I value your company as well. I don't know necessarily what social value means. I mean, I know it's a term, and I don't think it's being used inappropriately or anything like that. But like, I do value your company, so there's definitely that. Why? What was going on with Kronos' cat? I feel like I missed a thing with that. My cat is overheating my legs. Oh! Well, I mean, your cat just doesn't want you to get frostbite. Seriously? Quill's part of me knows that people like the parts of myself that I let show, but there's always that sense of defensiveness that grows into imposter syndrome. God, that's a mood, though. If it's my cat, I don't care if the heat is fatal. Well, I mean, I would care if the heat was fatal, Kronos. I would rather you not, like... Unless you've got, like, a revive in your back pocket. Or if like, you're one of those undead that comes back after you die, but in a more powerful form. That would be okay. But otherwise, we're going with the no Kronos death trip tonight. Hive says I've had and still have a but you don't have to live with me voice at the back of my head every time someone says something positive about me. It's a process of continual improvement and self-affirmation in the sense of rewriting the scripts you tell yourself about your lack of worth and not in the wish happy thoughts sense. Why has all this shit gotta be hard work? Honestly? Because I kind of feel like I've done enough. Social value with respect to finding out what social function behaviors exhibit. Ah, okay. 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 I dig that. Kronos' cat is forging their legs into weapons for any coming calamity. His cat is like a flesh blacksmith? So like a Cincy? I will never know how to pronounce that name, and I don't think White Wolf does either. Right now I have a kitty sleeping against my leg, a horrid little goblin cat, a cuddly hate beast. That sounds delightful. I miss my cats. I had 2 cats when I came to Japan. I was assured by my ex-girlfriend that they were actually sent to a farm. And I'm just choosing to believe her. Because quite often in the United States, an animal getting sent to a farm is a euphemism for something else. But I've chosen to believe that they were actually sent to a farm because she loved the cats as well. So I don't think she would have willingly sent them away to be, you know. They were sent to the Dario Argento movie The Black Cat. I mean, that would not be the worst. I haven't watched The Black Cat in probably 15 years. But from what I remember, that probably wouldn't be the worst thing to happen. I love those cats. They were sweeties. They were both very much the being able to jump to the top of an open door from a sitting position style of cats. which was delightful. I always like to watch that happen. Now, they weren't of the variety of always being able to land on the top of the open door, but they could, like, get that height. Probably only 20% of the time they fell down the other side. I don't want to think about those cats, because I'm just going to miss them. It's probably my second favorite Argento, but I'm a rare Argento head that likes his early work better than his later stuff. How do you feel about Demons? Wait, Demons isn't Argento, is it? Argento did production on Demons, and he did soundtrack, but he didn't direct Demons. Is that Bava? Hold on a second. Now I'm kind of pissed. IMDb. Hook me up, IMDb. It is Bava. Argento was the producer. Ed did the score. Quill says, I've found some value in rewriting my scripts to be kinder to myself, but honestly I'm at a point where I need to address the trauma that's caused these feelings and assert myself as a person worthy of respect, which is a tad harder than the be kind to yourself and control your narrative step. I mean... yeah, that sounds a lot harder. That sounds a lot harder. I don't like that. I was planning on just waiting until folks involved in my trauma just kind of died. That seemed like the best method, but it sounds like you're saying that that's maybe not the right call. And I hate that. Oh shit. Do we go for Guppy? Do we go for flies? Fuck it, we go for Guppy. I do like the movie Demons, as senseless as it is, though. I don't know if it's so good, but it's really good. It's also kind of wet. Not super wet, but it's kind of wet. Have you ever watched Stage Fright? No, and I have to. Oh my god, do I need to watch Stage Fright? Because I watched Scaredy Cat Mildred's video on Stage Fright, and it sounds like everything I want and more. Why is that dude wearing like a giant owl head mask? You don't need to be around the people who caused you harm, but you need to be responsible for keeping others from treating you that way. I mean, yeah, that sounds fair. 80s Yellow is so much. Yeah, 80s Yellow is just like a whole lot. A whole lot and more? Would you give me 1 coin? You will not, actually, because you don't drop coins. Could you then give me less than 3? I would appreciate... No, of course not. Why? You know, sometimes the game's gotta be an asshole. I kinda hate that. Who wants to sleep more? Hedonist is gonna go to sleep. Oh crap! Hedonist, sleep! Sleep and have wonderful dreams, and we will see you tomorrow night for the LVP inning. That doesn't sound good. I hate that. I want to rewrite the thing I just said that came out of my fucking mouth. Alice says the genre was losing some popularity, but it was still alive, so people just went wild before they died in the 90s and 2000s. And oh, fudge! The Italian horror became like hybrids of various genres of horror for a while. You know, I honestly, Alice, I cannot think of any Italian horror that's not like at least giallo period, if not necessarily giallo. Quill says, starting to understand why people become lifelong juggalos. Way easier to clown than to be a human. I mean, you're not wrong, though. Quill, you're not wrong. I kind of hate that, but... Yes, I have, and I love it. I love Cemetery Man, and I would love to be able to watch it again. I used to own Cemetery Man on DVD, and it was one of the many movies that got left in the States. And that is a regret of mine. I regret that. It was a bad decision, and it shouldn't have been made. You really should read the comments. Oh, hold on a second. I gotta get through this room because it sucks. Fucking chibi spiders, I swear. I fucking swear. You should really read the comics it's based on by Dylan Dog. They're different in the plot and the character, but the tone is kind of the same. Okay. I'll have to remember, like, I'll have to bookmark that in the back of my head, that they're based off comics, 'cause I had no idea about that. God, it's such a good movie, though. Speaking of a man, I finally got around to watching that one Chainsaw Guy everybody talks about. What? Wait. Was Floppable's statement, was your statement about my partner and I watched that talking about Cemetery Man, or was it talking about Chainsaw Man? Also, like, yeah, Chainsaw Man, everything, great, but, I mean, Leatherface is right there. Texas Chainsaw Gentleman, exactly! Quill knows what's up. Why would you go to newfangled Chainsaw Man when you've got classic, maybe trans icon Chainsaw Man right there? I don't believe that the intent of the authors was that Leatherface was supposed to be a trans icon, but I mean, I see no reason why we can't claim them. Dylan Dog. Wait. The comic's name is Dylan Dog, not the artist's name. My partner's not much into horror, to be honest. Okay, that's fair. That's 100% fair. I rescind my opprobrium. Neither you nor your partner deserve opprobrium. I heard that the premise of the Chainsaw Man... Oh, hold on a second. I gotta... Let me kill these bosses before I can interact. Ah, fudge! Damn it! I was distracted by boobs. I hate it. He gotta touch the boob and have jam on toast. Wait, where does the toast come from in this equation? Is it... I am just sitting here eating shit for no reason at all. I deserve all the pain that I get. I hate that. He's a relatable everyman. I suppose. Denji's entire character motivation, Chainsaw Man, that he wants to have touch boobs and jam on toast. I remember the boobs part, I just didn't remember the jam on toast. How can they take estrogen if they can't afford jam? I mean, can't Denji just get the whatever fucking government agency that he works for to, like, hook him up? What about... I don't know what was gonna come out of my mouth. Just that the brain sensor stepped right in and was like, "Don't say that. That would be a silly ass thing to say. Don't say that." And so I'm not gonna say that, which shows that periodically I can think ahead and be socially appropriate. I know it's a shock. They do not consider him human. I mean, so? Just a heads up, I've only seen the first episode. This is not me saying I am open to spoilers. Okay, then, to those of us who have read ahead, let's not spoil Chainsaw Man for Kronos. I don't know how far the first episode gets, so I'm just gonna stop. Surprisingly good season for anime. If you are going to talk about future material, let me know so I can dip for a few. I can definitely not talk about future material. My knowledge of the series caps out, I think, fairly early anyways, but yeah, we can definitely keep that under hat. Chainsaw Man G Witch DII etc etc. Was the G supposed to be in that sentence? DIY is epic. Kronos, in this case I think the DIY might be DIY transitioning. Oh wait, or maybe not. Hold on a second, because now that I think about it, G Witch is Gundam Witch. Okay. Never mind. I thought we were still talking about boobs. Do It Yourself is an anime about cute anime girls doing anime stuff. Doing DIY stuff. Okay. Okay. Completely different. But, you know what? I would love an anime about a bunch of trans folks doing DIY hormones. I would be 100% okay with that. I heard good things about Bocchi the Rock. Do they cook anything? Oh my god, this season my partner and I are watching Gundam's The Lesbians from Lesbians, Spy X Family, Chainsaw Guy, the guy who is Chainsaw, Pop Team Epic, and Hero Academia. Is Pop Team Epic good? Like, I only know it from manga covers, and it looks neat, but it's good. Man, so much good stuff. Why must I be so deprived? Bezos, since you listen to every Twitch stream, could you just send me, like, just $1 million? Just $1 million bucks. I mean, that's not asking that much. Oh, excuse me? Are we gonna do brimstone knives? I think we are gonna do brimstone knives, and I love that for us. Depends on how much you like random online humor, but it's pretty fun. I mean, that might not be bad just for study, Alice, because I really don't know anything about, like, J-Side Online. All that is fairly occluded to me. I have knives that shoot out of my face, and that's fucking amazing. This does mean that Guppy is now useless to us, so I do kind of regret not turning Guppy's collar into a fly. I do not want lard. I eschew your lard. I laugh at lard. Ha 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 ha! Lard? Why would I want you? Besides the already mentioned ones, I'm watching from this season Welcome the Demon School, Itama-kun Season 3, Raven of the Inner Palace, Blue Lock, and Detective Conan, the culprit Hanzawa. Holy Christ, do you have time to do anything but? Because it just seems like 24 hours a day. Which, I mean, if that's what you're into, like, by all means go for it, but that's like a lot. That's a lot. They had a self-referential sketch about how they need to murder their sponsor so they can be free to do silly things like hire Masamo. I like that. That sounds fun. I think, like, if anime could limit itself to maybe one good thing a year, maybe I could keep up with it. It's kind of pushing it, but in fact, it's definitely pushing it. Die! Probably didn't need to go that hard. I don't need this trash. This is garbage. Why would I need that? I'm full of knives. If anime can only put out one good show per year with the current output, I mean, I'm thinking, like, how could I engage with anime? And honestly, there just needs to be way less of it. Hive says I'm currently watching nothing because I don't even have the energy to watch anything. Fucking mood. You get it, Hive. I appreciate the fact that you get it. If no one else does. Raven of the Inner Palace is a Chinese court mystery, supernatural josei drama. Blue Lock is kinda goofy, libertarian soccer anime. What? 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 Why would you... Why? Alice, love. I mean... I trust you. But why would you want libertarian anything? There's one good anime amongst a pile of isekai harem stuff with creepy opinions on slavery and the age of consent. I mean, it's close to what anime is already like. You mean in general? Floppable? Quill tells us, I moved to reading manga because it doesn't take me 23 minutes to read a chapter. That's fair. It takes me 23 minutes to read a chapter, but, I mean, I gotta look everything up, so... I have excuses! And my excuses are bunkum. We're already at a point where there's so much ungodly, horrible trash with a small pile of good anime thrown in. I mean... But y'all are making lists over here. Lists! That sounds like lots of good anime. Okay. So this is the special one. This is like the 80s OVA series of season of anime, where everything was a guaranteed banger. I realized not everything was a guaranteed banger, and I was very young at that time, but there was blood and tits, so basically everything was a banger. I'm gonna go with that. Other seasons can be like, there's maybe one or two one or two things I don't know. Gotcha. Quill says there's an isekai about a dude who gets turned into a sword and helps a slave cat girl free herself, then goes on to be hardline anti-slavery that got an anime this season. That's good. I kind of appreciate the pushback. Not that they're... The fact that we need a pushback against slavery is pretty telling and shitty. But, oh, what did I miss? Alice... Sorry about that. Alice says, Blue Lock is about the Japanese national team failing at the World Cup, so they hired some Joker guy who says, actually, we need to make it so all Japan soccer players are egoists who play solo in this team sport. What the fuck? I understand every word in that sentence, and there is no error on your part in explanation. I'm just kind of Scoobied by the entire premise. I did see the, it's not isekai'd into a vending machine, but I did see the Isekai Izakaya on sale at a bookshop, I think like a couple weeks ago. Manga's filled with libertarian rants about the individual merit and how being greedy is the best for sports. So I am still filled with confusion. But I will trust you. It's so goofy and the art is good that I became morbidly obsessed keeping it up. Okay. I mean, I've read questionable things in my life. I shouldn't throw stones. Arknights is that's the weird gacha game that you were playing? Hive? Well, I mean, yeah, Alice, you're not wrong, but like, there's cursed media and then there's like, I don't know, like Christmas movie cursed media? And I kind of feel like libertarian soccer is getting into that like very Christian Christmas movie type cursed media. Or like God's Not Dead. At least adjacent to that. Berserk is getting another Golden Age adaptation. What exactly is the Golden Age in Berserk? Is that where the Band of the Hawk get turned into the band of the we're just gonna get eaten by demons? Good news is... Oh, wait, hold on a second. That's like a really hard place to come into the manga, by the way. I had feelings about that. That was not something to just like whip open at your local bar when you're halfway through a bottle of whiskey. Gonna go with that. Not for any of the body horror stuff, just like because of like the whole sequence with I think her name's Casca and Griffin, the dude who turns into a hockey looking dude. That part that kind of bothered me a little bit. Yeah, that's like everything leading up to that part, fucking awesome. Monsters eating people, I'm down with that shit. But you know, I have my limits. I do have my limits. Oh, fish fact! Also, I hate to take a bio break so soon after the last one, but I definitely do need one. I hate it, but I do. I'm in Christmas. I'll be showing to Ludo and another friend a Christian version of John Wick. But does he go around like saving people? And not like their bodies, but their souls? Lungfish can survive out of water by secreting a layer of mucus around itself that hardens into a cocoon. They can live in this state for up to a year. I love that for the lungfish. I love that. Give me actually 1 minute, because I got to get this sorted, or else my body's going to turn into sludge, and I would hate that for us. Fucking meat suit. I swear to fucking God. Alright, we're actually back. Sorry about that. Flubble says I'm trying to come up with some Halloween movies to subject my partner to. But your partner's not really big on horror. So... I mean... Addams Family? But I can't imagine that y'all haven't watched that yet. Like, Halloween movies that are not overly spoopy, but that are also not done by Tim Burton, is kind of like a narrow field. Al says he kills mafia people who are probably bad stereotypes of some kind of people group. It's even wilder. It's a priest getting revenge on a cult leader. He fights a cult leader in this Christian John Wick. Oh, Dez! How you doing, yo? I hope that everything is wonderful for you. Now, why does this all have to suck? I feel personally insulted that all of this is shit. Fuck it. Hocus Pocus is bad, but it's classic for some reason. But like, why would you want to watch bad movies? I would recommend The Blob, but I think it might be, depending on what particular issues that your partner has with horror, it might be too wet. And I don't know if I would want to, as much as I love The Blob, and I will recommend it at the drop of a hat to anybody, but I don't want to subject anybody to things that they're not going to be comfortable with. And The Blob is very, very wet. It's extremely wet. And I will read your summary in just a couple of seconds. Want to kill that room. A newly spiritual ex-contract killer's journey towards salvation is cut short when his adopted daughter is kidnapped by a cult leader? Wait, yo. Hold on a second. You could still be working towards your journey towards salvation, even if your daughter's been kidnapped by a cult leader. Like, these could be parallel tracks. Flubbles is like, they like some horror cheese, but they're not into some horror films as I am. Last year I got them to watch Jennifer's Body, though, and they liked that. Okay, I mean, like, The Blob is solid B-movie creature feature. The remake, It's just that the practical effects in the remake, like, people get meltified, people get squished, people get dragged down into places that are too narrow for them to be dragged down. It's like, if your partner's not good with gore, they might not like that. Storm Barrel, hello. It is a pleasure to have you in the chat tonight. I hope that you're doing exceptionally well. Hope that life is not giving you any more stress than you feel like you can deal with. We're trying to think of Halloween movies that are not too horrific for folks that are not big into horror movies. My vote's for Bram Stoker's Dracula. Oh, Hive, that's a good vote. Like, that's actually pretty great. Does have some crappy, if I'm remembering correctly, it does have some kind of crappy, Roma stereotypes in it. But aside from that, have you guys watched, 1408? I have. I did not remember that it had more than one ending. Yeah, I'm with Quill on this one. I've watched and read 1408. Actually, one of the better King adaptations. I do have to say. I've just seen the movie and I loved it. It's a good adaptation. Like, I'm not gonna lie about that. I think they did a really solid job with that one. Why did I take... I mean, I guess neither of the trinkets were working for us. I've actually not seen Babadook. That's in like the giant slew of movies that came out after I came to Japan. And I really ought to sit down with it. Kind of want a Duma Key adaptation. Have I read Duma Key? I honestly don't remember. Have y'all watched Coraline? I have, and I've read the book, and they're pretty fabulous. I do like them an awful lot. I love that animation style. Like, that is just absolutely top notch to watch. Paranorman would be a decent rec. I was almost going to say that Rec would be a decent rec, but Rec would definitely not be a decent rec. Oh my god! Floppable! I mean, well... I don't know, like... Depending on where like where the bodies are, depending on where the boundaries are, like Evil Dead 2 and 3 definitely. I don't know about Evil Dead 1, and I would imagine that the remake is going to be off the table. But god, the Evil Dead remake is great. Except for the fact that the Eric Stoltz guy is just an absolute dog shit, and it's all his fault. And then he goes around negging on people. He just constantly negs on people, but he gets everybody killed. And it's like, dude, fuck you. Eric Stoltz wannabe. Evil Dead Remake has no right to be as good as it is. It is so good. Ooh, Perfect Blue. Perfect Blue is so good. Hive, have you not seen Perfect Blue? It's so good. Oh, it's definitely up there, yeah. I am a big fan. They actually like Texas Chainsaw, but that movie wasn't so body horror, it's more creepy and atmospheric. Texas Chainsaw is surprisingly, like, gore light. considering the reputation that it has. Texas Chainsaw 2, if you and your partner haven't watched it yet, is a trip. It's definitely a trip. Do I recommend it? I do. I absolutely do. But it's a lot. But I do recommend it. It's got chili in it. And how can you argue with chili? It's got Bill Moseley in it too. And Bill Moseley's pretty fabulous. It's a masterclass in making you feel squick without showing you too much visceral horror. Absolutely. I picked up this book of Belial, and I guess I just decided that I wasn't going to use it ever. Because I have not used it at all. If you want horror manga, please read Oyasumi Punpun. It's more of a psychological horror. I haven't read it, but like, is there like a bird-headed character in that? Like, I feel like they're gonna put Keeper Sack right here and not give me enough money to use it. That's the MC. Okay, because like I've got in my mind just linked up to Oyasumi Punpun is the image of this bird-headed person. I remember seeing that at Junkudo all the time. It's really traumatic though. Trauma is fun. Like, really traumatic. I'll keep it in the back of my mind. I've read all of Uzumaki, and I've had an aversion to spirals for about a year. I mean, that's not an unfair response, though. If we're gonna be honest. Okay, we turn these into flies. I think we go a little chicken and grab the leaf. And we might as well, I mean, neither of the cards is going to help us. Had to put it down a couple of times. That was Storm Barrel talking about the Punpun. I mean, I can deal... I guess it depends on the type of trauma that it is. And I mean, I guess that kind of makes it a senseless statement, but... Like, there's definitely some things that'll make me all kinds of uncomfortable that I wouldn't want to finish, but... It's kind of hard to put where exactly my boundaries are. Yo is a lot. Quill, yo is like an awful lot. But I do love the fish designs. Like, I don't know why, but it's the fish are not really my issue with Gyo, which is weird, because that's kind of like the whole gimmick. But I'm much more... And this is like one of those things where I don't know how to say it, because it sounds so fucking juvenile. But I'm much more bothered by people being inflated by farts, and then their farts are used to control the little mechanical crabby things. Wait, hold on a second. I want to catch this. Oh, okay. Floppo is saying, I'm starting to feel pretty hit and miss about it's traumatic, to be honest. Some things do it really well, others feel just like misery porn. Absolutely fair, Flopple. I just wanted to make sure, because I caught, like, I feel hit and miss about, and then I saw traumatic, and I didn't see the linking between those two things, and I was worried that the conversation was getting into boundary areas. I'm glad that it's not. By the way, just as kind of like an open notification reminder to anybody, we do have the yellow card system in place. If any conversational topic starts to feel like it's getting to be a little bit too much, by all means feel like you can call a yellow card on that topic and we can shift it to something that is a little bit less. Details in the panels, if you're able to see panels, because, like, I know not everybody's watching on a device that has panels. You know what? I love that we had this conversation while you demolished Hush. Hush deserves it, honestly. Hush doesn't deserve any respect. I just want to make sure that everybody's in a place where they're not getting hurt, basically. I have not yet read No Longer... Oh, that was a jerk. I missed my chance to get that chest, but that's okay. I've not read No Longer Human. I've heard really good things about it. I know that May Leeds speaks very highly of it, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. It's one of those manga where I'm kind of worried if my language level would really let me get into it. Which means I should probably just raise the black flag and get it in English through piracy, but it's kind of a pain in the butt, honestly. Oh, is somebody going to sleep? Quill, rest very, very well. I hope that you continue to ride the Euphoria train for a little while, and nobody gives you any shit about your earrings. I'd be pretty unhappy about that. I do not need the black lipstick. I've been thinking about the movie Lake Mungo again, but oh hey, it's unavailable in Australia. For the longest time, I kept on getting Lake Mungo confused with that one, like, giant gator movie, Lake Placid. And I couldn't understand why everybody was going head over heels for it. Right? Like, suddenly. Everybody's talking about, oh, Lake Mungo is this amazing movie, and I'm like, the fucking gator movie? The one where they have Betty White say fuck? Why is Lake Mungo an Australian horror classic unavailable in Australia? Because Australia has no taste? I know that there are Australians with taste. We have a couple of them in chat right now, but it seems like at least the Australian governing bodies do not have taste. Flopple says is not one for my partner. It legit touches on things they find terrifying. To be fair, I find it terrifying. Where did I get all these keys from? I'm just gonna turn them all into flies, honestly. We've got Curse of the I Can't See items, so fuck it. Everything becomes flies? Aren't there conspiracy theorists out there who believe Australia doesn't exist? Maybe they're onto something? Are you saying, Kronos, that the Australians that we have in this very room right now with us, they're faking being Australian? Because think about that. Consider that. Do you think that people would fake being Australian? Of all things? I mean, that would be a real trauma actor. Oh wait. Trauma actor? Crisis actor? Whatever the fucking thing it was that Alex Jones now has to pay $965 million for, fuck that asshole. I'm just saying. We're paid actors that we're being paid like shit. I don't support that. I support you being paid your worth and value, which is a lot. I'm gonna go with a lot. Have I ever seen Crocodile Dundee? Okay, now I have to reveal a shame. A secret shame that I've never revealed to anyone. I have seen neither Crocodile Dundee, the first, nor the second. Because they seemed goofy as fuck. And I considered myself above such lowbrow humor at the time. I hate that for me, and I hate that for you. But it is the truth. I was a snob as a child. It's transphobic anyway, it's not worth it. I hate that. Everything becomes flies. All flies all the time. You know, if I get us killed because I'm not paying attention with a run this powerful, I will deserve mockery and memery. I'll deserve it. You could be watching Behind the Mask or something instead. I mean, but Behind the Mask is good though. I mean, we're all on board with the fact that... Wait, when you say Behind the Mask, you mean like the story of Leslie Vernon, right? Oh, the one with Jim Carrey. Oh, I also have not seen The Mask. So many shames. So many secret shames are just being revealed in chat tonight. I think the first Jim Carrey movie that I actually watched was The Truman Show. And no, pull that back. The first Jim Carrey movie that I watched was Batman Forever. The second Jim Carrey movie that I watched was The Truman Show. And that is all the Jim Carrey movies that I've ever watched. The Mask is actually pretty fun. It's one of the 5 Carrey comedies that actually holds up. I've heard actual good things about The Mask. I just, I saw the commercials. Let me check. I want to check the dates here. Let's see. Ace Ventura. So that would have been 94. Ace Ventura was 94, so I was a sophomore in high school. And I was definitely at that point where it's like, I am far too cultured for bullshit like this. So I basically gave everything a pass. Now, obviously I dodged a bullet with Ace Ventura. Yes. Floppable? Fuck the math. Fuck Ace Ventura, excuse me. Never seen Cable Guy, although I have the feeling that Cable Guy would make me really uncomfortable. Something about, like, The relationship in Cable Guy, as is portrayed in the commercials for the Cable Guy, made me really uncomfortable, and I didn't watch it because I didn't think that I would really enjoy it. Wait, what? What? Floppable, you always like rock up the chat with at least like one thing, at least one thing a stream where I actually get a little bit of whiplash, like what the fuck? Carrie demanded that his favorite band appear in the movie, so they got Cannibal Corpse. Wow. That's... yeah, that's definitely... that's on the list of like... see, these are things that I would have not expected from Jim Carrey. This doesn't redeem him in my eyes because he is, as Hive points out, an anti-vaxxer. But it's still, at least, it's a humanizing detail about Jim Carrey. That's so bizarre. Didn't Jim Carrey get, like, owned by Tommy Lee Jones? I kind of feel like he got owned by Tommy Lee Jones once. Cable Guy is good, but it does the whole thing a lot of media do when they criticize obsessive people and make them, like, if not 100% autistic or neurodivergent coded, but there's enough stuff there to get uncomfortable read. That sounds... yeah. I could definitely get that. Alright, I am going to take a quick cigarette break here for a couple of minutes. I'm going to leave the chat in the very capable whip hands of Hive and Kronos, and I will be right back. Isn't Ben Stiller, like, really right-wing? I kind of feel like I remember reading somewhere... oh, wait, no, wait. That's not Ben Stiller, that's Ben Stein. Ben Stein is really right-wing. Sorry about that. Got him mixed up in my head. He was shitty to people when making Severance. But yeah, that was Ben Stein, gotcha. Rob Schneider is also really shitty. Rob Schneider is like, yeah. He's just a complete D-bag. And I don't know who designed my apartment, but I'd like to know why they put the bathroom right up next to my front door, which is a metal door, which means that it does not retain any heat, but it does suck in all the cold. So my bathroom is just, it's a fucking icebox. I hate that. Everyone in the Happy Madison zone is bad. Was it Rob Schneider, Deuce Bigelow, Mal Gigolo? Which, I just hate everything about that. Whenever I worry about being funny, I can just look at Rob Schneider. And I'm okay with that, honestly. Oh, fudge! I completely forgot to tell Quill what Heather's was. And I was supposed to do that, and I did not do that thing. I'm gonna have to make a note so I do that tomorrow. Why is Rob Schneider? Honestly. People like that they just running around, running free. And we have to eat shit. I don't see how that's a thing. Alright, let's see. I think we could fit in... We could definitely fit in one more run tonight and be under 3 hours. She says, and then has the longest run fucking ever. Every time I think that we're gonna have a short run, it ends up being just like a forever run. And I hate that for us. You know what? Let's do the Lost. Me and Ludo have a 50% chance of covering Deuce Bigelow. I hate that for you. I hope the coin flip comes up in your favor, because that sounds like bullshit. What would the companion piece to Deuce Bigelow be? Wait. Joe Dirt? How is Joe Dirt a companion to Deuce Bigelow? I don't... Joe Dirt's not about a male prostitute? I don't think. Maybe it is. Fuck, now I don't know. I thought Joe Dirt was like a Larry the Cable Guy kind of thing. Do you have anything from Rob Zombie on your list? I've never seen Joe Dirt, but I have heard Weird Al make fun of it in one of his songs. You know, if Weird Al is making fun of you, like actually making fun of you, you've probably made some bad choices in your life. Weird Al makes fun of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Okay, let me clear this room before I look at it, Hive, because I did lose my holy mantle and I don't want to die. Rob Zombie is just... Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! No! No! Hive! Hive! Holy shit! Hive, you cannot just send that to me and make me deal with that. What the fuck? Hive, that's just like you walked up and hit me with a wet fish. And that's not cool. I mean, it's fucking hilarious, but it's not cool. I don't know if I have ever felt as personally affected by a meme before. But this is a lot to process. Strangely, Alice, like, I've heard really good things about zombies monsters. People have been saying good stuff about it. I'm pretty unsurprised, to be honest. It's a genuine passion project for Zombie that I wish were available in Australia. Fucking hell. Australia, get your shit together. I mean, like... I don't know, it's just that the last thing I saw from Zombie was 31. And that was so bad. Like, 31 was so awful. Now, I don't know Zombie's particular feelings about 31, like if that was something he was interested in doing, but it did kind of leave me with some question marks about, like, where he was as an artist anymore. I've seen some screenshots from it and it actually looks good in its aesthetics and better than the trailer. Well, that's the thing, is like the trailer looked awful. The trailer just did not look funny at all. Heinz says, I've heard it's a passion project that has two things that it's passionate about. The monsters and his wife. And he is passionate about his wife. And I can't take that away from him. Rob Zombie also tapped back into House of Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects. When you say tapped back into, do you mean like he tapped into the energy that he had when he was making those movies, or... No, he made another one. I mean, after 3 from Hell? Because I haven't heard anything good about 3 from Hell. Game, are you fucking with me? Hive, haven't you been working through 3 from Hell for like a year? Oh, it sounds awful. It sounds absolutely awful. From who, though, Hive? Like, who is telling you? I've been working through 31. Why, though? Let it go. I will tell you everything you need to know about 31, and that's that you can fast forward to, like, maybe the last 5 minutes or so, and watch like the first 3 minutes, that monologue, and the last 5 minutes, and you'll basically have everything that's good about that movie. Alice, you and me both. As a kid, like, I just had no love for the monsters. They used to get shown on TV stations still. Like back in the day when all the TV stations had to fill their airtime and they didn't have enough to do it with, so they would just run syndicated shit. Which is why I've seen probably all of Car 54 Where Are You and Dobie fucking Gillis. And maybe most of my 3 sons? What the fuck? Like, all of my pop culture reference are things that would have been new for my parents when my parents were kids. I've heard good things about 3 from Hell from the same person who is on my wavelength about the Devil's Rejects. I guess. That's fucking cool. You know what I read today? Thing that I did not know? Angela Lansbury, who recently passed away at the ripe age of 96. Go Jessica Fletcher. But she would get, like, all these golden age actors gigs on Murder, She Wrote, so that they could get union points so that they would qualify for health insurance, which is pretty fucking awesome. And also, she was very active in AIDS charity work when a lot of folks were ignoring that. So thinking about old school actors who were actually worth a shit. I didn't know that about Al Lewis, though. I do not want Bumbo again. I've had enough Bumbo. I've had it up to here with Bumbo. She was cool. I never got into Murder, She Wrote. I was way more into Rockford Files. I watched so much Murder, She Wrote. Murder, She Wrote was like my fucking jam as a child. Des, welcome back! I hope that your meeting went very well. Hope you had no particular stress. Oh fuck! Oh wait! We can't die, because we have 9 lives. I mean, we totally could die, but we're probably not gonna. Murder, She Wrote is comfy. Murder, She Wrote is super fucking comfy. I was a big fan of Columbo as well, but I feel like they didn't start showing Columbo all the time until I wasn't around TV as much. Because I want to say like A&E was showing Columbo. I definitely watched Rockford Files, but that was also like a sometimes thing. But Murder, She Wrote was on... They had reruns, I think, on USA Network. Teaching somebody about creating accessible Word documents. That sounds like unfun. I'm gonna go with unfun. I don't know if that's true, but all those old detective and cop shows were and are shown here on a channel called Fox Chime. Oh, Fox Crime, excuse me. Do they have fucking Quincy?
Feels like I'm walking on sunshine.
Cause Quincy was, oh my god, Quincy is the fucking bomb. I kind of hate the fact that I just said Quincy is the bomb, but Quincy is kind of the fucking bomb. Quincy is the reason, Quincy is the reason that I wanted to be a forensic pathologist when I was a child. Like, even before I realized that it would probably be a great job for me, but also way before I realized it would mean that I'd be working for the cops, and that would suck. But... Quincy's the original House. I mean, except he didn't suck. He wasn't an asshole. I mean, he wasn't an asshole like House is an asshole. house is just like a giant fucking douchebag. Why must you give me every silver heart when I'm playing a character who does not utilize silver hearts? Also, all of these poops can go to hell. Fucking Quincy. What was, shit. What was the one with Telly Savalas? Here's looking at you, babe. And Telly Savalas was always, like, eating lollipops? Because they couldn't show him smoking? Kojak! Fucking hell, like my childhood here! Now, I know they're not, like, crime shows, but... Fucking... If you work in The Odd Couple and Moving On Up... That would be, like, that would honestly be my childhood. But it wasn't called Moving On Up, was it? Kojak has a statue in Hungary. Kojak deserves statues. Kojak is fabulous. The Jeffersons! That's what the show was called. Moving On Up was the theme song. I watched a lot of Jeffersons as a child. Did you ever watch Sanford and Son? A little bit, but not very much. It wasn't on the same block of programming that Odd Couple and Jeffersons was in. Odd Couple and Jeffersons were both on WPIX because WPIX was a station out of New York City, and those were both New York sitcoms. And It and Taxi are the 70s sitcoms that hold up the most. Taxi was on Nick at Night, which meant that I didn't get the chance to watch it very much. Why do I keep on running into enemies? That is not how you play The Lost. That was my fault. It was me being silly. Is Taxi where Danny DeVito got his start? Or was he doing stuff before Taxi? Yes. I liked Danny DeVito when I was a kid. I actually watched Twins. Not because it had Arnold Schwarzenegger in it, who I could care less about, but because it had Danny DeVito in it. I was like, Danny DeVito, you're so cool. I want to be just like you when I grow up. Clearly things changed between then and now, but still. He was in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. No shit. I did not remember that at all. When you say in school, do you mean like high school or elementary school? Because I feel like those would be very different experiences. Why am I not using Ace of Spades? Middle school, which is 7th and 8th. Gotcha. Game, why do you do this to me? Game, why do you do this to me? This is trash. This is trash and I don't need it. Portugal in total is 12 grades. I mean, we do in the States as well. I don't know if that's world standards, but for us, high school starts at 9, and junior high school is only 2 years. Ooh. I do like the tears up and the luck up. Okay, now, we get these spiders to pop, and then we could have all the keys in the world. Look at that! We will never need keys again. We are, in fact, Milton Keys. New Zealand calls junior high school intermediate school. That's weird. I mean, it makes it sound way fancier than it is. Did I ever tell you about the time I watched Seven as a 13-year-old in school? No, you did not. But, I mean, honestly, Seven definitely sounds like something I would have watched in middle school if it was available. Which it was not. Australia just goes 7 to 12 as high school. Okay. So you don't even have a junior high. Wait. They showed. Wait. When you said that you watched it in school, you don't mean school age. You mean like actually in school? What the fuck? That's kind of a lot. That seems like the kind of movie that you wouldn't want to show kids. I'll take Black Candle. Black Candle is fine. I can think of very little from Seven that would be child appropriate. Which, I mean, wouldn't have stopped me from watching it, but even still. Like, there are limits. Planetarium. Oh, it's Venus. I love that. A teacher was sick and the substitute teacher just picked it randomly and basically lowered the volume and switched the screen to a Windows browser when school staff would appear in class to see what we were watching. Well, that's... I mean, that's an interesting way to go about it. So this is not like the teacher had no idea what they were showing you. They were like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to show these kids Seven. And I'm going to disguise the fact that I'm showing these kids Seven, because I know it's a problem. I love that for you. I'm sure that worked out really well. $13 would have been junior high school for me. What would I have been watching at the age of 13? Oh, shit. I should have fed that to the beggar. Everyone was really into Seven in the class. Oh, I bet they were. I bet they were super into Seven.
Feels like I'm walking on sunshine.
Well, this sucks. It's a... Hold on a second, I want to figure something out. 31 years ago. Alright, so 13, that would have been 1991 for me. So let's see, movies released in 91. Horror movies released in 91. What was I watching? People Under the Stairs, okay, saw that. Child's Play 3, saw that. Freddy's Dead, saw that. Sounds of the Lambs, saw that, definitely shouldn't have. Sometimes They Come Back, I saw that. Howling 4, I did not watch. The Borrower, I did not watch. Ghoulies Go to College, I saw that. There were some... The movie Killer Nerd came out in 91? What the fuck? Puppet Master 3, which I did see. Highway to Hell, which I did see. Class of Nukem High 2, I saw. Addams Family's 91. Oh my god, Popcorn is 91. Popcorn is so good. Popcorn is a fabulous movie. 91 was a good year, yo. Wait, Alice, did you know that there's a movie called The Square Root of 964 Pinocchio? It does not, in fact, look like an actual Pinocchio movie. Hold on a second, I gotta open this link in a new tab. What the fuck is this? It's a Japanese cyberpunk horror film? What? 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 It deals with the theme of brain-modified sex slaves as well as mental breakdowns and a hallucinogenic thrill ride. Square Root of 964 Pinocchio is a memory-wiped sex slave cyborg who is thrown out by his owners for failure to maintain an erection. It is unclear in what ways he's been modified beyond having no memory and being unable to communicate. He's discovered by Himiko, a homeless girl, while wandering aimlessly through the city. Himiko has also been memory wiped, possibly by the same company that produced Pinocchio, but she's fully functional. Himiko spends her days drawing maps of the city to aid other memory-wiped people. Himiko takes Pinocchio home and tries to teach him to speak. After much effort, he has a breakthrough and finally becomes aware of his situation. At this point, his body erupts in an inexplicable metamorphosis, and it becomes clear that his modifications were much more evolved and esoteric than simple memory loss. Himiko also begins to transform, though in a much more subtle manner. What the actual fuck is this? What? Oh wait, you've actually seen this? I need to watch this movie? It's self-aware, edgy schlock. It's good, actually. Kronos says, I've been drawing the same line for about 4 minutes. Have yet to get it right. I hate that for you, Kronos. I mean, yes and no, Alice. There's definitely, like... Sex is definitely more taboo to show to kids, or in general, than violence. But, like... I mean, there's still, like, a line. Like, even if you removed all of the sexual material from 7... the violence, I think, alone would have put it, like, outside of this is okay for kids. Which doesn't mean that kids wouldn't watch it, but, like, I don't think you'd be able to show it to them in a class. Like, that teacher would definitely be answering some questions. There's a scene where Pinocchio robot basically runs fast like Sonic. That sounds wonderful. Also, congratulations on the line, Kronos. We love that for you. We support your lineage and your lineage. It's also shot in first person. That's, like... This has made my stream, because I don't think I would have ever even thought to look for that movie. I wouldn't even have imagined that that movie existed. It sounds like a whole lot. We're gonna talk about it in the podcast? Everything is connected. It's like we just stepped into a David Lynch movie. I will definitely take money equals power. That's... wow. I was not expecting any of this. I watched Michael Mann, The Keep, yesterday. Oh, wow. That's... yeah. Yeah, that movie's like a whole lot. That's got like demons eating Nazis, if I remember correctly. And I'm really big on demons eating Nazis.
Soul of Lilith.
I do not want that. Fuck it, I'll take it. It's fine. Blood Puppy is fine. It's very obviously a 3-hour movie that got cut down to 90 minutes, but it has such a mood, and the Tangerine Dream soundtrack is great. It's very much got a mood. Like, no question about that. Why would I even need a golden key? I'm sitting here at 58 fucking keys. Game, stop teasing me. Honestly. It's like a take on the Golem of Prague. That makes sense now that you say it. Like, I don't know if Nisco, could you like not fucking just destroy this run? Because this run is fabulous. Now that you say it, it seems really obvious, but like I just did not I did not connect the dots on that one. Oh, we're already at tier cap. And that's garbage. Game, just give me another fly item. I would like to be Beelzebub. I think Beelzebub would be very cool. It would be Schwepp and chill. Why do you give me these cards that I cannot use? It reminded me a lot of Eurohorror of the same era in its mood and its soundtrack. Which is kind of surprising, considering that it's a Michael Mann jam. Because if you ask me like what associations I have with Michael Mann, it wouldn't be Eurohorror. Tangerine Dream also did the soundtrack to Thief. I did not know that. Now, this is me like... Wait, did we already go to the item room? We already went to the item room, and it was trash. It was Blood Puppy. I'm sorry, Blood Puppy. I didn't mean to imply that you were trash, but you're actually kind of trashy. I'm sorry about that. Michael Mann also did Heat, right? Like, that's not me misremembering? Yes. And he did Manhunter, like the original Hannibal Lecter movie that was based on Red Dragon, that if I recall correctly got remade as a shitty Ralph Fiennes movie. Yes, he did. I am winning all the trivia tonight. I mean, I guess it's not really trivia, it's just that I'm remembering things. I don't like either of these. He released Heat 2 as a book? But where do you go with Heat? Like, you've got the cop and the crook with their long-standing rivalry, and then the crook ends up dead. Does the cop also end up dead in Heat? It's been a long time. Wait, Remade is a movie that I found in the PS2 on the side of the road? This feels like a very weird euphemism, Alice. I would love to see the whip. Show us the whip. Throw me the idol. Throw me the whip. Give me something cool. I would just like something cool. That is not something cool. I found a PS2 on the side of the road that had a... Oh! Okay, sorry, I thought we were... I mean, that's still very strange and not something that I would expect, but I thought we were still talking about Heat. Heat 2. Michael Mann also did the Miami Vice movie. Does the Miami Vice movie play Miami Vice straight, or does it do it as like a semi-ironic comedy? It's serious. I don't know if I'm pleased by that or not. It's like a stylish crime thriller. So many unexpected things tonight. Like, cause I would have sworn that they would have tried to do the Miami Vice as a wink and a nod reboot. Oh, Guppy's hairball. Fuck yes. Hook my ass up. Blood Puppy. Michael Mann wouldn't do that. You know, that's fair, Hive. That's 100% fair. Oh shit! Oh shit, Kronos! Kronos, I like your whip. I like your whip a lot. She's got little hair buns, but they're not little hair buns. They're little, like, jellyfish octopus things, and I love them. Miami Vice is an amazing show where an episode where James Brown played an alien cult leader, where every time he shows up, I feel good plays. What? I do not remember that at all. That feels like something that should have stuck in my mind. And it did not. There's an episode of Miami Vice that's basically Saw. For real? Like, Miami Vice, the 80s TV show, right? We are still talking about the 80s TV show. How did I miss these episodes? I mean, I didn't watch Miami Vice religiously, but I did watch Miami Vice. I did! Kronos, and I love it! I love the little hair buns that are maybe not hair buns, but are actually jellyfish, or quite possibly super cute little octopi. It's fabulous. Alice, isn't Cobra American Cobra? Like, you're talking about the Sylvester Stallone movie, right? That Cobra? Also, the line work is really good, Kronos. And I like the waves in the body, the curves in the body. Because I feel like you were talking a little bit about getting out of your kind of safety zone poses. I have no idea what they are either, but I like the idea of them being jellyfish. Then let's go with that. But they're cute and I love them. And I'm currently reading a short story about lesbian mermaid who maybe also is trans. I feel like there's a couple of levels of metaphor going on. And I'm basically completely shit at metaphor. But that's okay. Because some asshole gets eaten. Like, not literal someone's asshole gets eaten, but the guy who's an asshole, he gets et. And I'm good with that. Cobra is a German cop show about a German traffic police, which is famous for having an explosion every episode. That sounds wonderful-ish. I mean, it sounds like you could use the word wonderful to describe that. But it's definitely not the Sylvester Stallone movie then. The show's been running for 20 years? Fucking hell. It's up there with The Simpsons. Nothing should be up there with The Simpsons. We need to be ready to let things go. Also, wait, hold on. Kronos is saying... Oh, shit. Sorry, I almost got eaten. It's from a reference that I'll probably show you after I post it. And by old piece, I mean like 100 years old plus piece by a famous artist old. I mean, Alice... Maybe they're just reenacting World War II. I had to pause there because I think that joke was in actually not good taste, but I'm not 100% sure either. But I think it was probably not in good taste, so I'm gonna take the L right now for a shitty joke. And I will look at chat in just a second, because I am doing poorly in this fight, and I would like to not die. The full title of the show is Alarm for Cobra. Alarm for Cobra 11, the Highway Police. What happened to Cobras 1 through 10? I would like to know what happened to Cobras 1 through 10. Oh, we're going down. I almost went up. They couldn't handle the explosions. Well, I mean... Yeah, that's fair. I mean, explosions are a lot. I don't know if I could handle an explosion every week. Actually, that's not true. I work demolition. I probably heard more than an explosion a week. Oh, fuck. Let me look at that in just a second, Alice, so I don't die in this room. Because I'm going to feel plenty silly if I, just eat crap. Honestly. This is a really good run. Okay. It's kind of important in a good way because it was one of the early German shows with a Turkish-German protagonist that did not show Turkish people as some bad stereotype, which is an issue in Germany. Well, good job, Cobra. I mean, we don't stand propaganda, but we do stand... Well, I mean, we don't stand, but we appreciate positive rep. Eat the keys! I just wouldn't think that Germany is like so high crime a place that it would be producing an explosion every week for Cobra to deal with. That is not Steam sale. Oh, fucking slappers. I hate them. I hate you so much, slappers. It's like the thing with Conan where Conan movies... Conan solves more murders... Oh, Detective Conan. Okay. I was thinking the movie Conan. Solves more murders than Japan... Japan has murders in a year, but with explosions. That seems like a pretty good read, yeah? Conan lives in, like, deadly Japan. Which is adjacent to Japan, but... Oh, are you fucking kidding me? You put me back in the same fucking room? That's uncalled for. Look, Blood Puppy, I need you to not, though. It's a very good thing that we picked up Venus, or else I think my inattention would have probably gotten us killed by now. And I don't want to die. It's been a wonderful night. Every time I play with Blood Puppy, I get that one Tori Amos song stuck in my head. And that doesn't help anybody. Perthrow? I mean... Oh, AWAS is good though. Let's peep AWAS. The thing about Perthrow is like we've got Eden's Soul, and Eden's Soul's gonna do basically the same thing. Oh shit! Blood Puppy, no! Blood Puppy, don't be a douche. I don't know why Blood Puppy's gotta be like that. He's gotta be a complete jerk. Oh shit! Oh shit, we've got money equals power. I completely forgot, and I left all this money on the map. Nisco, you are being a silly bitch. Look at all this money that would be power. You too could have this power. Ho 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 ho! I have become Bezos, destroyer of worlds. I don't know how Jeff Bezos laughs. That wasn't me specifically trying to make fun of how he laughs. It was me making fun of how he is, but that's a different thing. He chooses to be the way that he is. Destroyer of backs? Wait, does Bezos also destroy people's backs? Because that seems kind of shitty. Oh, we should let Blood Puppy get giant, because Blood Puppy has got this massive set of cheeks. Oh shit, right, fuck, TwitchCon? What the fuck was up with TwitchCon this year? I mean, I know that it's a horror show every year, and it was pretty much guaranteed to suck because, you know, plague. But how did they manage? How did TwitchCon manage to be such a tire fire? Y'all ain't gonna make me guppy. You're really gonna be like that? I hate that. I hate that for us. We are one solitary item away from the gup, and they ain't gonna give it to us. The jerks. Honestly, Kronos, I thought maybe you were talking about, like, Amazon's labor practices. Because I feel like that's also Destroyer of Backs.
Soul of Eden.
Oh, I hate that. I heard that lady, the foam pit lady, she's gonna be laid up for like 6 fucking months. That is a long time to be healing, and to be healing with, like, now you have pins in your back. Oh shit. Okay, that was my fault. That was totally my fault. I whiffed. I whiffed hard. I should have probably gone to fight Almbo. Honestly. But I was like, no, I got this. This ain't no problem. We're super strong. We'll probably be guppy by the time that we fight this dude. I was wrong. But we won. Anything back related is completely awful. It seems like it, honestly. We will not do a victory lap. I had this weird back pain for a time, for like 2 to 3 weeks. And I couldn't even fast walk before doubling over in pain. Holy fuck! Kronos, though, Chronos? Was that recently? Or is this something that's like in the distant past? A year ago? It's a little bit too close for comfort. Nothing since then, though? I never really figured out what caused it, but I'm making sure to check posture more often. This is good, and I am glad to hear it. I would like it if you continue to have a functioning body forever. An actual back pain like the one in TwitchCon, I can't imagine how bad that feels. I do not think that I could handle that. That would be, as they say, an awful fucking lot. Alright, now we're close to 3 hours, but we're not at 3 hours. But honestly, I don't think I've got another full run in me tonight, so we may put the bow on this one early, which, I mean, if we think about it, the last couple Monday, Thursday streams have been like 4 hours long, so maybe doing a bit of a shorter one isn't the worst thing in the world. Now, as far as schedule... Oh, shoot! What did I eat today? I ate a plate of curry, Japanese curry, from my Japanese curry restaurant. It was... okay. I assumed that it was vaguely nutritious. But it did have rice, and rice is energy food. I forgot to mention this when more people were here, because I wanted to ask, but next week, on the 22nd... Oh no, I enjoy rice, but it's like... I was thinking more about the fact that rice is like a concentrated block of energy. So it's not, strictly speaking, what my brain reads as nutritious, where I'm thinking more like a lot of vegetables and stuff. It just provides a ton of energy for the body. Next week, the 22nd, which is a Friday, I do have a thing that I need to do. So we've got like some options. We could move the stream to Wednesday or Friday, or we could cancel the stream and keep Monday and Thursday as random episodes, or we could cancel the stream and use Thursday as the LBP episode. But I know there's not a lot of folks chatting right now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that up as a poll on the Twitters. And I'll leave it up for like a couple of days. And see what people say. But I've got a friend who's coming into town for like just that night. And so we're gonna hang out in a park. And I'm gonna watch her get drunk. And we'll listen to each other whinge. Which is good. You know, it's... We've both got whingeable things, and like, it's good to have somebody that'll just listen to you complain. But it'll be really nice to see her. And that's gonna be next Friday, so... I hope so too. I was really glad that she suggested a park, because I was like... I was worried that she was gonna want to go out to a bar, and I don't want to be inside a bar in Japan. So, like, a park, it's outdoors, we can do social distancing, but we could still hang out. There's convenience stores nearby, so she'll be able to get alcohol, I'll be able to get orange juice, like, it'll be a good time. Maybe some of the old, like, gutter punks will be out, because we're gonna meet up at Koenji. Hopefully the old gutter punks are all still alive. I haven't seen them in a year, and it's kind of worrisome. Or worrying, I guess is the right way to put it. But yeah, it should be a good time. But I'll get the poll up on the Twitters. I'll have to do like a couple of retweets so everybody sees it. But I do think that pretty much does it for us this go about. As always, please do be drinking all the water that your bodies need. Try to eat at least one thing a day. If you're on any medications, I hope that you're taking those medications as close to schedule as your brain meats allow for. And know that there's a lot of folks out there who are hoping for your best life, who are rooting for you, and I'm just one of those folks, but I'm not the only one. But that does do it for us this go about. So from me, Disco. Oh, also, welcome to Storm Barrel. If you're still hanging out in chat, it was very nice to have you hang out with us for the first time. And I hope that you enjoyed it enough to come back. But, from me, Disco, here in Tokyo, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.